Good morning. In a OPD where we sit and examine the patients come in. A lot of people come with eye itching and eye rubbing. Every day we must be seeing 30, 40 patients with just the symptom of rubbing. Rubbing means they feel like rubbing means there is an element of inflammation inside the eye. Inflammation on the surface causing dry eye there. It can be a mild infection. It can be an allergy to some substance. It can be anything for that matter, which is wherein our body is reacting to the external invader. How does the allergy come? What are the sources of allergy? Allergy can be due to, as I said, some chemicals. Chemical can be in the medicines that you eat, medicines you put into the eye. It can be in the cosmetics. You apply cosmetics on the face. It can be kajal. It can be creams, shaving creams, and the fragrances that you apply. All of them are chemicals. They all have chemicals, and the body absorbs all of them through the skin, and that can be a source of allergy. Why does allergy come only in the eye, not on the skin or the hands? Eye skin is very thin and very sensitive. It's the first one which reacts when there is an offending chemical around us. Sprays, for example, if you apply spray on the body, the first symptom can be the eye. There are conditions, especially in children, where the child always complains of rubbing the eyes. It can be due to excessive seeing the mobiles, seeing the screens, yellow, blue screens, and working a lot on computers, and working in places where there is no ventilation, working in places like where there is fungus on the wall. When the water is leaking inside a building, there will be fungus there. When the humidity is high, like in a rainy season, fungus grows in places. So where the ventilation is poor, fungus can grow. The fungal spores can give rise to. And if things are not clean around it, maybe it's a carpet, maybe it's a foot mat, maybe it's a curtain, maybe it's a bed, you've not cleaned it or vacuumed it, and you've not washed it. The curtains are not washed, the foot rugs are not washed. Carpets are number one enemy. Carpets, you cannot really clean them. Carpets not for our country where dust is prevalent. So roll the carpets and send it out, you'll be more healthier. In fabric-based sofas, for example, you just hit it like a bed, your mattress, you just hit it, dust raises. Each particle in the dust will have thousands of mites. Mites are very small organisms which live in them, which live in dust, and mites causes maximum amount of allergy to us, either the skin or maybe the lungs, causing asthma, the throat, and in the eye causing allergic conjunctivitis. It can be pollen. In flowering season, when the pollen is there, a lot of pollen is there everywhere, and if you are sensitive to pollen, it can cause allergy where the child starts rubbing. It can be seasonal, or it can be there throughout the year. So how do we treat it? Of course, there are medicines. Doctor has to be consulted when somebody is rubbing the eye, whether it's a child, mid-age, or elderly person. The moment you start rubbing the eye, the doctor has to be consulted. You cannot self-medicate. Somebody else, my friend has got allergy, she is using some drops, so let me also use those drops. That's the wrong concept. Your eye disease may be totally different from your friend's eye disease. So go specifically and see an eye specialist and take the advice. In addition to using the drops has to be used periodically, maybe 3 times, 4 times, whenever the doctor says you'll have to use it. Either don't use it in excess or don't reduce the dosage or frequency. How many drops do we put? People put 5-6 drops. Not necessary, just one single drop. You pull the lower lid down, lift your chin up, put 1 drop into the eye and keep the eye closed. It will be very nice if you put the drops sealed. The cap has to be closing the nozzle nicely. Don't touch the nozzle tip, and put it in the refrigerator. The coldness, the chillness of the drop itself will give a lot of soothing. You can also do cold packs on the eye. Take a clean cloth, a handkerchief maybe, dip it in cold water. Refrigerator has got bottled water, pour it on the top and keep it on the eye. Remains relief from the itching sensation. And some people put water with the eye open. You should never do it. With the eye open, don't splash water inside, because there is very good combination of layers of tears present inside the eye, which are protecting our eyes, and they all get washed away. A lot of enzymes are there, a lot of salt amount is there, they get washed out. So if you want to splash water, close the eye and splash it out. The next thing that you should do when you have an allergic reaction is, of course, when you rub the eye, the sensation, the urge to rub the eye comes down, but then after a few minutes, again you feel like rubbing the eye. It's a continuous process. So whenever you rub the eye, a lot of inflammatory chain reactions occur that is vicious, that keeps happening again and again. After some time, you'll have to rub again. If you have to rub the eye, do not use knuckles or do not use the ball of the palm. What you can do is, in case you will have to do it, best is not to do it. Close the eye, keep the entire palm on the eye and gently massage the eye. You will feel the relief, and of course the eye will not be rubbed. What happens when you rub the eye intensely with a lot of pressure? The pressure can be as much as 5 kilograms per square inch. That's the pressure that goes onto the eye. The eye is so sensitive. You put a 5 kilogram weight on it, and of course you will have long-term results. One of the results that we know today for sure is keratoconus. Cornea becomes weak, thinned out, and starts bulging. So rubbing the eye, anybody for that matter, if you see it, hold him in the hand and bring him to an eye specialist and see that he stops rubbing. That's one thing. Keep the environment absolutely clean. Air conditioning is very good, but then air conditioning reduces the humidity and reduces the chance of microbial growth inside the room. So air conditioning, if you are there, see that humidity is not very low, keep it around 50 to 60 degrees, and temperature, let it not go below 23 degrees centigrade. So that's the comfort level. If you are seeing a lot of computers like blue screens, like a mobile pad, so see that you don't see continuously for more than 1 hour. At the end of every 1 hour, you blink a couple of times, you get up and walk around. It's even good. Every 20 minutes you can get up and walk around and come back, if your boss permits, of course. So see, this will see that the dry eye will reduce drastically. So whenever somebody works in the computer, they don't blink often. They just blink half blink. Half blinking is, again, doesn't clean the eye inside, doesn't pump the dust particles and wet the cornea adequately. So half blinking is very common, and poor blinking. We all blink about 20 times every minute. So blinking has to be complete. Upper lid comes down, touches lower lid and goes up. That's a complete blink. So many times you just half blink for the sake of blinking, and they blink instead of 20 times a minute, they blink 1 time, 2 times a minute, allowing the cornea to desiccate or dry up. So all these are causes for the itching sensation that produces in the eye, and avoid all the causes which produce itching. And when itching comes, manage it nicely. That will prevent the eye damage that can happen because of dryness and rubbing in a large scale. Thank you.